Hi my loves and welcome back. So for my new followers, I'm happy you're here, and for my lower followers, let's get into it. So usually we start off with checking in. Again, it's just basically asking yourself how you're doing today, how you're feeling, and what you can put in place to make improvements for the next day. So I'm going to talk about the day that I was robbed. My phone was robbed. God, it's a lot. Let's get into it. I was basically on the phone speaking to my friend. I was pregnant at this time and I was on my way to pick up my child from school. So I'm on the phone now and all I felt was, I just felt like a big whack at the back of my head, right? And then I'm looking round what was that? Kind of confused, yeah? And then there was a person that's walking down the other side of the road and was like, did your phone get taken? And I was just like, what? So I looked at my hand and I was like, yeah, it did. I was still in shock, regarding the knock to the head, let alone, my phone was gone from my hand. I would tell you to not tell you that experience was kind of scary in a way, because it was the fact that I was pregnant, it's the fact that, the person came behind me and almost whacked me in the head. That's kind of how I felt. And then my phone was stolen. That experience has led me to be very cautious. In regards to my phone being stolen, in that specific time, I was at my child's school, so I was out of the, I come from the train actually, I came down from the train. And then I was contemplating what should I do, It was just a lot. I'm thinking, let me look at, because the person was a motorbike, right? So let me look at the plate number. And then I was like, oh my God, I need to pick up my child from school. Anyway, the motorbike obviously got away, as they do. And then I was at the school. I told them what happened. I called the ambulance, or the school called the ambulance. I can't really remember now. And, the ambulance came, checked me over. Obviously, I reported it as a crime. And unfortunately, there wasn't cameras in that specific area for them to, to be able to read, to capture the plate number or anything like that. So that was very annoying. And also, after they said that they'll investigate, basically they came back saying, we can't investigate, we can't find the person because they couldn't find a plate number, and, the cameras wasn't in that specific area. And even, going further down the streets, they couldn't see anything. So that was upsetting, to say the least. And I would say that was the first time, right, it's happened to me. The second time it happened to me, I was in the shops. Again, I was speaking to my mum on the phone. She was asking me to get some things, and I put my phone away in my pocket, I believe. I went to the till to pay for something. Literally, I kid you not, I literally walked 2 seconds around the corner out of the shop, literally around the corner, and I said to myself, where's my phone? Something told me to ask myself, where's my phone? So I'm there touching my body, trying to see if I could feel it in my pockets, my bag, couldn't find it. I went back to the shop and I was just like, did someone hand in a phone? They said no. I was like, can you check the cameras? They said they couldn't check the cameras until the next day. I came back the next day. They said that they checked it, but they couldn't see anything. So this has happened to me twice now. At the time, it's so frustrating because, luckily I had insurance, which was good. So I had to pay the excess fee, which was like £100. So do get insurance on your phone. I had to pay the excess fee and then get a new phone the next day, right? But being robbed goes deeper than, being able to get a new phone or replacement phone. It goes into the way you feel mentally and your safety. So from those experiences, actually, let's hold it up. Let's just hold up. Before that, actually no, even before that, after that now. So this is 2 times my phone was taken from me. The third time wasn't my phone, my garage was broken into. Now you're thinking, what's going on here, right? So this is 3 times now. So based on those 3 occasions, especially the phone, because that's something that was on my personal body, my personal possession. When I go out now, I'm very, try to be very safe, right? I'm not on my phone anymore. on the streets or, you know, in the shops or anything. Because now I'm aware that, you know, these people that are planning to take your phone, they're watching you from like, you know, miles away. They're watching you and watching who's going into the shop, watching what you have on you, whether you have your phone with you, whether you have your purse in your hand, anything, right? So when I'm out now, I am constantly checking my phone. Almost anxiety now, because I'm like, oh my God, I don't want my phone to get stolen. So I'm always like, where's my phone? Let me check my phone. At least a couple times if I'm out, I'll be checking my phone. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Where's my phone? And it's almost like, do you know what I mean? Because of this experience, it's now affected me in terms of feeling like I'm not safe when I'm outside. Feeling almost like you need to be aware of the people around you. And even not the people around you, you know, but even the ones that are far away, you know, he's looking at me funny. And in a way, you do become a bit paranoid because you start looking at people sideways like, okay, why is this person coming close to me? Or why is this person looking at me funny? Or, you know, you start become paranoid. And unfortunately, that's what these experience has kind of led me to, in a way that I don't specifically feel safe when I'm outside, especially with my phone or my purse. I now ensure that I have my bag zipped up, my bag is strapped onto me. I, you know, make sure, like I said, I'm not on the phone, I'm not texting. If I'm texting, then I try and stop where I am and stay in that position and text and put my phone away. Because, you know, sometimes you're on the phone or you're trying to, you know, you're walking and you're doing stuff, you get distracted. So by the time you've known it, you know, I'm on the phone or I'm texting, you've put your phone in your bag, you don't think about zipping it up, you're not really aware of your surroundings. And you start doing something else and you've completely forgotten about your phone or where you put it. So now I'm trying to be more self-conscious about, you know, I'm on the phone or I'm texting. You know, I finish what I'm doing, let me put my phone away and let me zip it up and kind of have my bag or my jacket kind of, you know, strapped to my body, so that you can almost feel if someone's trying to put their hand in your pocket or put their hand in your bag or whatever the case is. In saying that, I would say if you are feeling like this, and you've experienced it yourself, you know, depending on how severe it is, you know, some people go through this kind of situation and don't want to leave the house and they don't want to speak to anyone. So if you are in that kind of situation, I would advise you to, you know, speak to a friend or family or seek medical advice from your, you know, your GP practitioner, your doctor, whoever it is, you know, because they can also help to refer you for counseling or, you know, different kind of things out there that would be helpful to kind of get you out of that paranoia or having anxiety regarding the situation that you're going through. I guess it's taught me a lesson to not always be carefree when I'm outside and, you know, just kind of in my own bubble, but to also be aware of people around me and what I'm doing, and to not underestimate people, right? Because I would have never thought in a million years that I would be knocked at the back of the head, you know, being pregnant, on my way to pick up my child from school and have my phone robbed, you know, or, you know, go to the shops, trying to buy something, leave the shop and have my phone taken, or my garage broken into. So again, it's about securing yourself, in terms of my garage, putting like a better lock on it, a better, you know, locking system, so it deters them from breaking into it. And again, not going to the garage as frequently, because obviously again, eyes are watching what you're putting in there, and just having more security, whether that could be cameras in the area or cameras, you know, above your garage or whatever the case is. In terms of safety when I'm outside, just again, like I said, just try and keep my belongings to myself, keep my bag zipped up, and just more importantly, be aware of your surroundings, you know, be who's around you. And then sometimes, like, they almost distract you and, you know, they want to ask you for directions and ask you for that. So even that, I'm quite wary of it. You know, if someone comes to me and says, oh, you know, how do I get here? I'm looking around, like, who are you with? Because, you know, you could be talking to this person and giving them direction, and then someone else is in your pocket or in your bag, and you're not really conscious of it because you're focusing on what you're talking about to the other person. I'm very conscious about who I'm speaking to, especially outside, and who is around me. And especially if you have kids as well, that's another thing to like be so cautious about, because again, anything can happen and we just need to continue to be safe. I hope, you know, in me sharing my story, It helps in terms of your feeling, you know, it could be it might not be because of, you know, your phone got robbed or whatever the case is. But if you are feeling anxious or have anxiety, or you are, you know, excluding yourself from society and the world, seek help, like I say, you know, speak to a family member or friends, and just try again, get yourself out of the bubble. You know, again, like I always say, make notes in your phone, write it down, whatever you think is useful, you know, share how you feel in the comments below. You know, if you feel like, you know, you have tips and advice, share it. You know, we are looking for women out there that want to share their story. I really feel like sharing your story helps others to progress. It can help, you know, it can influence others in a positive way, and you never know how your story can help others. You know, sometimes we just need to know that someone else has gone through it, and it's just not me. It's not just me that has gone through it or has been in this situation. Because then you kind of feel a sense of normal, you know, kind of feel normal, like, okay, it's not just me. Because a lot of times you can feel like it's just me that went through it. And, you know, there's something wrong with me. Why am I only one going through it? Am I being targeted, or whatever the case is? So I really feel like it's a positive thing to share. And if you are free and, you know, feel safe to share your story, contact us below. There is some information. Send us an email and, you know, some brief description what you want to talk about, and we will be in touch. So I hope that's helpful, and I will see you soon.